this is the winners match right now. Winner of this match will qualify for the round of 16 and will join Dandy, Koget, Eonzek and Dewold, Gosu players waiting in the round of 16.
Only the first place winner, or because 2 advance from each team.
Yeah, 2 players are advancing. So now the winner of this match, TerrOr versus Ty2, will advance because they both won their matches. And
okay.
then we will have.
Okay, that's nice. So of the group.
I hope you guys can hear Mr. Mazur.
Guys, tell me or write on the chat if you can hear me properly, or maybe I need to just volume up a little bit. Guys.
So the maps will be Eddie, Aztec and Circuit Breaker.
Really, looking at Eddie map, I really think that this is a nice map. Although I don't know if you will believe me, but I never played on that map yet.
Oh, I think I played few games, but not too many. So
it looks nice. It looks really like a map where a lot of strange and silly things can happen.
Okay, so FR1 1.
Already in the game.
Okay, you are already in the game. Okay, so boys, we are going for the winners match. Finally, we will know who will advance to the round of 16. First player. We will find out the first player who will advance to the round of 16, and let's see who it will be.
We have TVZ, fortunately not the ZVZ, where Ty2 is spawning on the bottom left position, whereas spawning as Steel Terran in the top left position.
So, as you said, you never seen this map, but it's pretty similar.
I've seen it,
to
but I
Jade.
never played.
Oh, you never played this map, yeah?
Yes, but it looks pretty nice. I must say about this group something nice for TerrOr. He had to prepare only for one matchup. That isn't happening too often during this kind of tournaments.
Yeah, and he have to prepare in theory against the easiest matchup for a Terran, right?
Depends, but yes. From all Terran matchups, I think that this is the easiest. What doesn't mean that it is easy per se. A lot of Zergs, and nowadays Zerg play really good micro. Those swarm rushes are really a pain for a Terran player. So yeah, a really nice match.
Yeah, and I think on this map, I think it was this map where TerrOr went for fast command center against Agent, but against Ty2, I don't think that's what happened. That's what will happen.
Yeah. Ty2 likes to play early pool, so I think that this is a too big risk to take for the first game and for the most important game. And we can see that would be a mistake if he would go for an early CC.
Yeah, you can vote, boys. Mr. Foxhan is here and he is managing the MooBot, so you can vote by saying !Ty2 or !TerrOr. Of course, Mr. Hatchet is also here with us, supporting us on Discord and on the chat. So, what do you think about this opening? It will be fast Zerglings from your perspective, fast quick links, or fast quick layer?
I think that this is rather something like a fast Zerglings. Maybe Ty2 is anticipating an expansion, a fast expansion, with barracks in front. So, as Bonnie said on the first game of today's stream, when if the Terran would go with a wall in front of his natural base, the Marines would spawn at the bottom of the barracks. So that could be quite a risky stuff for the Terran. And we see a fast layer.
Yeah, it's scouted by TerrOr, so he knows what he's playing against. I think. Oh, Ty2 didn't decide to go to the main base to see what is Mr. TerrOr doing. So.
But I remember that you said on one of the streams that playing against Ty2 is always difficult because some time ago he played a lot of cheesy plays, he made a lot of cheesy openings, but currently he plays really good in late game, in middle game, as well with his cheese strategies. So that is really difficult to anticipate what kind of game will make.
Yeah, this is almost perfect for Ty2 because he can play macro game and his opponent is preparing for some more aggressive approach. So he's over investing in defense sometimes, and that's how macro play kicks in. When macro plays kicks in, it's even better for Ty2. So.
And we see a two-hatch fast spire. So, but their side, so he will have to invest a lot of in fast turrets. So depends how Ro is, and his micro is good. It's pretty good.
And look at this STV. TerrOr is showing this again. He made the same scouting on Aztec against Agent. He will be able to see what is the timing of the Spire thanks to this STV.
Oh, and a run by.
Run by of 5 links. This is definitely something.
This might be decisive.
Yeah, because he wants to lower the number of Marines as much as he can. Even if he will kill like 3 Marines, it will be pretty good for him.
Look at Terron. TerrOr, sorry. He has an STV. He had an STV in the Zerg's base, so he knows the Spire timing. That's really crucial.
Yeah, but he just made engineering base, so he will have to rush for the turrets immediately after engineering bay will be done, because it looks like this is pretty late. But the turn rate is good, at least. Turn rate 20 for a Zerg.
Good for Zerg.
Yeah, I think it's fair when the turn rate is not disrupting Zergs in playing, because
right,
if it's turn rate 8, it's not unfair. Huh. He's moving out without medics?
That's a strange move. Maybe he wants to draw back the mutas.
Yeah, because there is nothing in the natural to hold against this Bioforce. There will be turret
and
just
one turret,
in time.
only one turret.
Oh yeah, only one turret in the main base. But there are only 4 Mutalisks. But what did Ty2 will do against this 12 Marines plus 2 medics?
This will be really difficult.
Yeah, now he realized, oh my god, there is so much bio in my natural, and he's coming back with everything he have. Every drone is precious right now.
Oh, the medics need to come and save the day.
Yeah, definitely, and Ty2 needs to micro like a boss, needs to micro perfectly. Oh, free.
But we need to remember that there's no range upgrade for the Marines.
Yeah. But it's very hard to micro, and TerrOr is microing like crazy. GG!
Oh.
Whoa.
GG.
That was
a nice move by TerrOr. That was a nice move.
Yeah, he showed how you can punish 12 pull fast Mutalisks.
That's right. Good sense of the game. He knew what are the vulnerabilities of the build order that Ty2 selected for this game. So that was really nice. And if we would look again at the path of the initial Marines, he went to the middle. So in a way to avoid any kind of detection. So that's smooth.
Yeah, that's. I think it was like on purpose. That's why he went this like he went to his natural through the middle. So yeah, that was a very smart move out of there. It was a little bit risky because if there would be like 12 links, he would be out of Marines and it would be GG. So it was also a risky move.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
It worked. Sometimes risk pays off.
Yeah, definitely. And also Ty2 was risking by not scouting. So we are going to the game number 2. Map is Aztec.
Again, TVZ. Ty2 spawning in the top position, whereas TerrOr spawns in the middle left position. This is quite nice, I think, for Ty2 because he will have the ramp to harass any fast expansion, the mineral line.
Yeah, and he will have Overload to scout what's happening.
Yeah, that's right. I think a lot will depend on that both players will pick. I have the feeling that TerrOr is a little bit stronger in terms of a standard play. If no shenanigans will go in the early game, then TerrOr is a little bit, I'd like to say, better, but a player that likes to play standard. So I feel that TerrOr would have an advantage if nothing would happen at the early stage of the game. At the last game, Ty2 likes different shenanigans, and we have a 9 pool.
9 pool speed, and I don't know if you noticed that, but we have so many maps with low ground main recently. It's Roadkill, Aztec, Jade, Gladiator, Eddie. So many maps with a lower main base, and with a speed links, he might be able to somehow punish the fast expansion from TerrOr if he will decide to go this way.
And I think that TerrOr noticed the Overlord of Ty2, so he will scout first position.
Yeah,
Both
into the right direction.
Will scout each other.
And he will realize this is precious for TerrOr because now he will know that he have to make a bunker or SCV block the ramp.
Probably SCV. I think probably SCV. Bunker is a little bit too expensive, I think, at this stage of the game. It would be an overcommitment to the strategy.
And maybe he don't want to spend money for a bunker, but overall, if he will not make a bunker, he's going for second barracks in the main base, so immediately reacting to what Ty2 is doing.
Why isn't he moving SCVs? Oh, but bunker. But we can see a bunker.
Huh.
So
he will give up the ramp. So he will let Zek into his main base, the Zek with the speed links.
Just finishes in time. We'll see how this will go.
Yeah, 6 links, the speed will be here in few seconds. How many Marines? There are 2 Marines in the bunker?
Only one.
Oh, only one. Okay. And still more links from Ty2, he's not giving up on link production. And speed just kicked in.
Ice micro.
Oh, he will kill one. Almost.
Oh.
Now he killed it. Ty2 is mining gas again, he wants to go for a tech. But I'm surprised in how good of a position Ty2 is after making this 9 pull. I mean his economy is trash, but overall he was able to close TerrOr and not let him make expansion. Maybe he likes this way of playing.
Yes, but we need to remember that it's just sending. Ty2 committed to those Zerglings instead of his economy, so if TerrOr will be able to go out, and he will be with when the Marines medics will pop out, so he'd be punished really early. On the other hand, if Ty2 will manage to go with his mutas he will do them in time, then muta versus a non-expanded Terran, that also can go sideways.
But look at that, Ty2 is adding more links, so he wants to surround the army of TerrOr when he will be moving out. I'm wondering if he's making 2 firebats right now in the barracks.
Okay, now panic sanctions.
Oh, I think, yeah, maybe panic sank. Now he sees Spire is just started, so TerrOr is probably relatively happy.
And look at those firebats just waiting for a link run by on the ramp. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very smart. How many links?
Because
this is 14
on this map he could go just right around, and we see Barrow.
Oh yeah, Mr. Ty2.
Oh, this could be.
Oh, it would be terrible if TerrOr would this right now.
This is the worst thing that can happen. Okay.
Ty2 needs to execute this perfectly, and he's having the perfect engagement. All the Marines are dying, and this is only one base Terran, so reproducing these Marines will be much harder.
That was beautiful. Really old school style. Taking into account that Ty2 isn't an old school player.
Yeah, this is an effort. Yeah, someone in the chat, Mr. Xenosky, said this is effort. Oh, he's even borrowing more links. Now TerrOr sees expansion is here. It's not very well saturated, but he knows that the mutas are coming probably. So.
But for 2-hatch muta, you don't need a huge saturation to be able to produce instantly or permanently. So this will be difficult, I think.
And fast Valkyria from Mr. TerrOr. Huh, this is interesting.
We see a den of Ty2. Oh.
So
probably there will be like 4 or 6 mutas and nothing more.
Yeah, and if he will force like 4 turrets, it will be very good for him. How many
Taking into account that TerrOr is going for Valkyries, that will be huge. That switch into lurkers.
I'm wondering if he will make. Maybe you are right. Maybe he will make just 6, just to pretend that he's having more than. 6 Mutalisks. And if he will go for this lurker switch, it might be very interesting. Because if he will rely only on Mutalisks, TerrOr have perfect answer.
Ty2 must be really happy when he will see a Valkyrie.
Yeah, because lurker aspect is probably like more than halfway done. This drone is blocking the ramp. I think it would be good if this drone would go for work.
And another thing is that we need to remember that TerrOr has only scan tech to lurkers.
He's spending very precious gas on Valkyries, so he will have 2 scans, and maybe he will even go for 1 more scan to the main base. Ty2 is pretending that he wants to do more with the Mutalisks. Oh,
I must say, Ty2 is really good with mind games, like anticipating what your opponent will do, or playing to make him do a certain strategy. Like I said, he needs to be really, he has to be really happy to see those Valkyries coming, because there's no, there will be no vessel in 3, 4, 5 minutes.
Yeah, Taito is very smart player. That's definitely for sure. But what he will do if there will be like five Valkyries? How he will fight against it and how he will save his overlords?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking also. This could be a really nice game.
Yeah, we might see Ultralisks and Battlecruisers still. And these lurkers are here and it will... Oh, but drop! Drop will be so precious. Because there is nothing in the position of Tai2. He's not expecting...
How look he scouted for any kind of Zergling here.
Oh, he wants to... Oh, he's sniping the drone. The dropship. Oh, he killed every marine almost. Oh, Tai2 cleared everything.
This was really they this is really in a nice manner. On the other hand, Tai2 defended like a boss.
Yeah, he defended like a boss. I didn't expect that it will be so easy to defend it, and somehow he managed to do it. Like, it looks like, oh, I was prepared for that. Like 2 firebird and 5 marines. What is that for me?
When you said that there's a drop going, I just thought, okay, so this is game.
Yeah, and this is 1-0 for TerrOr, so if this drop would succeed, TerrOr would advance and join Dandy, Koget, Dewalt and Aeon. And these Mutalisks are still dealing some damage. But I think
Tai2 is going for the hive.
Yeah, he's going for a hive. His saturation is pretty healthy right now, but he badly needs expansion. He needs to take a fight because Terran is already mining from his natural, and I think there will be some timing push in a few seconds because the tank is on a map, the vessel is in production. So
Tai2 is taking the other location, and it's scanned.
Look at that TerrOr, the game sense. He knows that there should be expansion soon. Also, the borrowed link can be used as a perfect scouting.
Yeah, till some time. At the beginning, at the early and mid stage, for sure. But later, when the vessels are going in play, not so much.
5 lurkers overall from Tai2, not too much. The bio army doesn't look that big yet, but he's adding more barracks.
But on the other hand, this is versus 5 lurkers, so it's not bad.
Yeah, you're right. This is only 5 lurkers, and Tai2 is making so many drones. Look at the supplies. He's having more supplies than TerrOr.
I think he hopes that TerrOr won't go out in a while or two, and the economy will be in time to kick in.
The question is if he will have the Philo in time to save himself from tanks, because I don't think he can win the fight against this army, the straight up fight against this army.
Sure, but he can use all those ramps. He can delay the attack, and when he will delay the attack, maybe, just maybe, in time for the defiller, but for sure not in time for consume. So
yeah. Oh,
scan again. My God, TerrOr.
TerrOr's
What are you doing, man?
Knows what to do. Yeah, map hack guy. So the consume is on the way now, and Tai2 is badly wants to kill this vessel.
Everything is about delaying the push till they consume.
Yeah, Yeah, Ty2 waiting for consume, and I think he might be able to do it. I think it's like halfway done. So if he will realize that TerrOr is going another path, another direction, it should be pretty fine for him, but he needs to buy like 30 seconds more.
And the first defiler, where is the first defiler?
Yeah, I don't see that. Ty2 is not paying attention, and the tanks will be in position.
Oh, this will hurt.
Yeah, this will definitely hurt. He needs to buy himself a little bit. Oh, there is a defiler already. This consume should be there in like few seconds. He can't lose this defiler to the tanks. There is +1 carapace even, so Ty2 invested in upgrades. Very well done by him. Oh, now he can snipe the defiler, I think.
Hey.
He will eat Overlord or what?
You can eat anything.
Yeah, you can
Just-
even... He would even eat his hatchery just to survive, if he can.
Yeah, and it's in time.
Yeah, it's there, so Ty2 holds, and 3 tanks, 1 tank will die for sure.
And probably over. Oh,
Yeah.
17 HP.
He killed the Nidus, so now the direction of attack from TerrOr is this 5 o'clock expansion, I think.
But look at Ty2 instantly doing a new Nidus canal.
Yeah, he should have this Nidus on time and 2 more hatcheries in this base. His economy is really good. +1 upgrade against +1, so he's even in upgrades.
And especially, you know, but look at his saturation. It's decent. It's not maybe on the second expansion it's really well saturated, but other mains are decent. But taking into account that currently he will be switching to in majority Zerglings and Defilers.
He should have money to build it, right? Oh, he sniped the tank. I don't think it will be that easy to... The Nidus is almost done, so I think Ty2 will hold it, and look at the supplies. TerrOr is trying to catch up. I think he will go for the expansion soon, because STV is just waiting. He's applying as much pressure as he can, but Ty2 looks like he's very safe.
But TerrOr needs to put... he can't let just the Zerg just do whatever he wants.
Yeah, he needs to do something. I think the drops are also... Oh! What TerrOr is doing? Battlecloiser operational! This...
Guy.
Yeah, and...
I think that recently it became a thing with those cruisers in the late game. It's more often and more often I see battle cruisers in like after the Terran will take a second expansion.
Oh, there is a dropship. The dropship will be sniped with the Scourges. Oh, 2 Marines did get out. Yeah, you're right. The battlecruisers are became a new meta, mostly because Zek's strategies are very gas heavy, and they are investing so much gas to produce Defilers, Scourges, and when you have to invest like 12, when you have to build like 12 Scourges, it's really hurting your economy, and probably that's why the battlecruisers are fitting so good these days in TVZ.
You're right, but look at Ty2's main. He's really afraid of drops. He's got even a Defiler there.
Yeah. Yeah, if there would be a drop,
patrolling.
it would be perfect for him. And now 2 more battlecruisers. Good for Ty2 is... What's good for Ty2 is that there are only 2 vessels in the map.
But TerrOr is switching to tech. Look, 2 additional factories, a flood of vessels. And those 2 battle cruisers.
Yeah,
he could dematrix them against those Scourge.
Yeah, he could do it, definitely. That's a good idea. But I think he's waiting for 4... No, he's making 2 more vessels. So only 2 battlecruisers. And immediately 2 spores in the main base. And 2 spores probably in the natural, in the third base.
Mute us.
Oh, he wants to snipe these battle losers. Oh, there is car base for Mutas even. So now the battle cruiser will not kill the Scourge with one shot. Huh. That's how good the car base upgrade is.
Nice. Ty2 is Terror is expanding like a boss. She's getting denied, but to be honest, I don't know if Ty2 can do anything against this first. And we see the D-Matrix.
Yeah, the Matrix, and now the Scourges will just come and... Oh! He readied for one Muta. Look at Ty2 macro, 150 already, and he will start to produce so many ultra risk links in a second. His upgrades are really good, his echo is great, and TerrOr is switching to the mech. That's good, but he's just making his factories. So he needs some more time.
I feel that this barracks lift was a little bit too early. The switch wasn't so how to say it, instant, and I think that Ter gave a lot of time to Ty2 to expand, to eco up, and now to macro.
Yeah, he definitely gave him some time. That's why Ty2 is already having 4 bases with a gas. He's thinking about more bases, but overall Terran is already having 4 bases and he's making 5th one, so he's not staying behind for long. Oh, all the vessels might go down. There are so many Scourges.
Hey, that's nice.
Every vessel is precious.
Terra needs to place mines all over the map, because in a moment the flood of Zerglings will be too big to deal with.
Yeah, he has so many bases that if he wants to hold them, he needs, like you said, the minefield all over the map. Oh, this Bioforce was trapped. At least half of them. Half of it. Ty2 180 supply. I don't know where his units is, but if he will start to move out, it will be very hard for TerrOr to hold it on.
But look at those vessels. That's a nice view. I really like it.
Yeah, 3 vessels being plagued. And
but we have like 4 expansions Terran players, so that will be difficult fight for Ty2.
Yeah, it will be hard for him right now to kill it, but to gain map control it will be not that hard, because oh, there was a drop in this base in 11 o'clock, so he denied mining over there. Very nicely done by Ty2, using the overloads to drop over here. He know that there is no chance to go this direction, so why not use overloads?
You know what's the amusing part? It started with a 9 full speed and Terran that is built didn't go for a fast expansion, and we have like, I don't know, 20-minute mark.
I said to you that we will see battle cruisers and ultralis in this game.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
So yeah, this is what is happening, and look now, huge amount of units is floating from Ty2, but he don't want to use units for free. Oh, he will snipe the 3 vessels probably.
Yeah, probably so. Oh,
he saved some of them. Fighting for the 3 o'clock base. But Ty2 already secured the 7 o'clock base, so it's good for him. He needs these bases.
Ty2, I think that each and every expansion, except the 2 on the middle, are taken.
Yeah, definitely. Only mineral only is left for at 6 o'clock, but it's not gas expansion, so it's not that precious. Oh. Huge mine hit, but now huge distraction of this on these vultures.
But TerrOr is doing additional battle cruisers.
I don't know how he's finding gas for it to make mech units and battle
1, 2,
cruisers.
3, 4. Okay, another drop.
Oh, this tanks looks to be so strong.
Ah, and that defensive matrix.
Yeah. That was Gosu 2-1 upgraded mech army against 3-2.
Look at the bottom
Zenits.
expansion. Ty2.
Battle cruisers.
Yeah, TerrOr targeted the Nidus canal.
Yeah, very nicely done.
Up.
He uses the... Oh, now... But the scourges are so effective right now with this Carapace upgrade.
Look at the Doom drop.
Oh, the huge drop to the main base. This is action everywhere. There is the fighter. Oh, there is the fighter and lurkers, so it will be almost impossible to kill for a long period of time. Oh, the Matrix on the Ultra! Good manner! Good manner, look at that Ultra! This unit is having 6 Carapace and it even gets D-Matrix now.
I think that a group of tanks wouldn't be able to kill a defensive matrix Ultra.
Yeah, now the Suicider Ultras can run on top of 12 tanks. And the supplies are dying from TerrOr, he's falling apart. He still have decent army, but it's harder and harder for him, especially that Ty2 is expanding in the same time. He will try to kill this expansion. Another attack in the 11 o'clock position, so Ty2 is attacking everywhere. They are exchanging bases.
Look at the bank of both players.
Oh yeah, they have so much. TerrOr is having so much money probably because he didn't have a chance to produce all the time. Oh, maybe Ty2 wants to defend this base. I don't know. Maybe.
With a defiler, for sure.
Yeah, I think he should target fire the hatchery.
Instant layer.
Yeah, instant layer. So Ty2 is killed the 11 o'clock base, at least stopped it from mining, and this one hero link will deal with all these tanks. This is how good a Zero link is. And Ty2 is already mining from 3 o'clock base. Vultures will intercept drones in the mineral only, so TerrOr is harassing as good as he can.
Look at that flood of Zerglings. And we need to notice that Ty2 has better upgrades. Due to those massive drops in the TerrOr's main base, I think that TerrOr forgot to upgrade further.
Oh, so did he kill Armory? Oh, now
No.
this mine might be... Oh my god, the mine explode! Oh, it might be so much better. My voice. Yeah, you're right, he forgot the upgrades. He have both armories, and he have money for it, so it's just the matter of forgot or not forgot. Oh, there is even 16 kills ultra is... Oh my god, I can't see everything in this game. Look at these vessels, 5 vessels on one hit.
He did Nidus canal the army to the expansion on the bottom and dropped from that position.
Yeah, this is so well done by Ty2, and now this ultra is will be irradiated, so that's at least good for for TerrOr, but they will survive irradiate. They should survive irradiate.
But look, Ty2 is 50 supply up.
Yeah, his echo is great. He saved this expansion even, so he's having whole map. he's keeping TerrOr busy, and that's what he have to do. So now Terran feels like playing against Protoss, who can recall him every time. And how many tanks? There are 3 tanks only in the middle of the map. This 11 o'clock base is not mining, so TerrOr is basically mining from 2 bases only, where Ty2 is still mining from 1 to 3.5, let's say.
I don't know what's going on. Terror has a huge bank.
Yeah, I don't understand it either, why he's not spending these units. Now Ty2 is going for frontal attack, he wants to end it. Defiler is on position, there are 4 Defilers overall.
Ice swarms.
Yeah, very nice, like... Yeah, like...
We see some mutas. Probably to target all those vessels.
Yeah, only 2 of them left, and this mutalisks will be used to snipe the vessels. Yeah, this is what I guess you wanted to say.
Yes. And another flood of Zerglings.
The TerrOr is somehow holding on. I don't know how he's doing that, but oh, the mines! Oh my god, the mines are saving the day for Mr. TerrOr. Oh, there will be another vessel snipe. And so much more units left for Ty2, but he needs to saturate this mineral only. Oh, another drop.
Again, a drop into the main.
Yeah. And attack to 11 o'clock position, so in the same time he's using this drop as a distraction. And the vultures can't fight against ultralisks. And I think this is game. I think this was the last army of Mr. TerrOr. GG, and Ty2 is tying up the series.
I don't know how it's with Terror, but when I play a game and I lose a game having a bank 2k, 3k, 2k, I get really sad. Really sad.
Yeah, because you didn't use the whole potential you got. You even like mined the
right.
resources, but you didn't make units, and
But
it's hurting.
on the other hand, he wasn't able to use the full potential because Ty2 didn't let him. So that shows how a good player is Ty2.
So Ty2 is taking game number 2, and the game number 3 will be on Circuit Breaker. I think it's not a bad map for either of these players, right?
I think that it's pretty okay. Those ramps, I think, can favor both players, because it's difficult to break the ramp when you're playing a Zerg and you have Bioforce on the other side of those bridges. But on the other hand, lurkers are also very powerful there. Open position, open middle of the map enables a lot of ban Proterk, ban him.
Okay, so TerrOr versus Ty2, these are beautiful profiles made by Mr. Han, of course, and we are ready to go to the decider match. Who will advance to the round of 16 and who will stay with us for a few more games to fight against the winner of elimination match. So I think we are ready to start.
And game.
There is Mr. TerrOr. So what can we say to you about these players? The most impressive thing for me is that Ty2 is only 20 years old. Welcome, Karolcia. Siema.
Hello, Karolcia.
Hello, Karolcia.
Hello.
Siema, mówi Mazu, proszę bardzo.
Это не надо цитировать.
Karolcia nie będzie mi zabierać słuchawek, yeah. But she's also saying hello. And Mr. Ty2 is saying be right back. So we have few more seconds to introduce the players to you. Ty2,
I think that both players are very well known on the foreign scene. So we saw two really interesting games so far. So first game pretty quick, a really nice decision making by TerrOr, who really instantly killed Ty2, and a second really long macro game.
very nice game. I think it was one of the nicest games
a
we
nice
had.
full speed. So yeah. And we see that the players are ready.
Excuse me, can you repeat because Karolcia is trolling me.
Oh, I said that both players are ready.
Okay.
I think we're starting.
We can start. Yeah, the decider match. Karolcia said she bought 8 beers like I told her to buy. And for
That's
kebabs.
a great girlfriend. That's a precious gem, not a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're starting.
Game number 3, TerrOr versus Ty2.
Market breaker. So we have Ty2 spouting as orange Zerg on the bottom right position, whereas TerrOr spawning as a on the bottom left position. So we have close positions. No cross map, so
So from
Curious
a one point, Terran will know where for 80% Zerg will make his expansion, but on the other hand, if Ty2 will decide to take cross position expansion, it will be harder to split map for TerrOr. So I really like that approach of making this cross position expansion.
and if Ty2 will go, for example, for some kind of early attack, the closer spawning position, so reinforcement path, will for sure will favor him. Of course, on the other hand, Terror can play an Aatrox.
Yeah, he can. And Bonnie was asking me why 8 rights is no longer a thing, and today Mind showed to us that this is still a thing, and you can still surprise one of the best Zergs. And Mr. Machine from USA is with us. Welcome, Mr. Machine.
Oh, Mr. Machine. Yo, yo, yo. Okay, so what do we see so far? Ty2 is scouting to the top right position, so... Or
Yeah,
he's
he's
going in the
setting
same
both
position.
overloads there. Just like in ZZZ. Like when you are sure where your opponent is.
But I really like the decision of Ty2. First two games he played early pool with pressure, and the third game he's playing an Echo build order. So
Echo build order with a greedy drone added. Just to, he's even delaying the spawning pool for a bit. So he wants to gain advantage by that, and I really like this decision. You are right. This is very smart.
this even and Terror had to scout with two SCVs. So that is really important because he saw 2 games in a row with early attack, and now he sees a drone in his main. So
Yeah.
gets you thinking if there is some kind of early strategy. A nice micro is going on in the main.
Is it
of the
Jadon?
turn player.
Yeah, this is perfect position for Ezek because now he knows that this is not 1-1-1 build, this is fast expansion, so he will add third hatchery, he will drone up as high as he can, and CV is denying a lot of mining time.
Yeah, and it's still alive, so nicely done, nicely done.
Yeah, nicely done. The CV is chasing the drone still, so I think this is a misclick, because why would you do that? Oh, maybe he will replace the hurt one with the healthy one. This is the new way of scouting.
In PvT, it's quite often when the Protoss player kills the SCV, uh, instantly sliding SCV into your main, you can observe it, and you're not able to kill it. So
Just by clicking on the mineral fields, right?
yes, yes, yes. And when you're trying some kind of cheesy build order strategy, then you have some problems.
Yeah, but now we are not seeing anything cheesy from Mr. Ty2. He's going straight for macro game where TerrOr is adding second barracks quickly. So he had a choice to make fast engineering bay and fast +1 upgrade or second barracks, and he will have more bio than he would have if he would go for this fast upgrade.
I think that this is a good opening for versus free hatch.
Yeah.
So you're the expert, you're the Zerg player, so
Oh, I'm not an expert in ZVT. My ZVT is on like 1000, like maybe 800, 900 level, so I can't play this matchup very well.
same like my PvP.
Oh, yeah, StarCraft is such a hard game that it's almost impossible to master all the matchups, right?
You know, back in the days when there was a lot of Brood War players, majority, like 90% of players, had two matchups really well figured out. I don't know too much players that had all matchups on the same level. So usually PvP and PvT was the Protoss players' strongest matchups, and PvZ not. PvZ, but never played good PvP.
Yeah, but I think this is still the case. Even if we look at the J-Dong, he feels like his ZVP and ZVZ is much better than his ZVT.
Look at that scout. He will see the spire timing. That's.
Will he see it?
Will he see?
He sees
Yeah.
it because of the drone block. Oh, but now Ty2 needs to be careful because there are 9 marines coming. The steam should be done in few seconds. Even engineering by just to buy some time.
Evolution chamber.
Oh, evolution chamber. Excuse me. Yeah.
But will those Sunkens be in time?
No, there will be not. But the rings should be there to buy some time. He should probably drag maybe drones. Oh, it will be hard. The firebots are coming, so drones might have a hard time to stay alive.
Oh my god.
He should pull out the drones.
Oh, 10 HP. 10 HP Sunken.
Ty2 is mastering surviving. Oh, even evolution chamber will be useful as a +1 carbase probably, so.
But look at his saturation. He still has 9 drones mining minerals.
Yeah, so he didn't lose too much. And when you are seeing that Terran is losing his first army against Sankens, you are feeling good as a Zerg. Because now suddenly you know that there will be no marines chasing your third base. And Terror saturation is like not the best, I think. Only 10 STVs in the natural, around 13 in the main base.
First metas are going. 4.
Yeah, only 3 mutas, I believe, just for scouting. I think he will make more than last game.
Yeah, and that terror scan, he just scanned the Hydrolis deck. Ty2 won't be committing to those mutas. Maybe some turret missiles.
But he's still making a turrets. Because this is very vulnerable position, you can abuse this high ground to try to snipe the SCVs. But Terror is very well prepared against any kind of harassment.
But I would think that Ty2 will have at this point a drone in another expansion.
Yeah, you're right, he's already saying it.
Here it goes.
Here it goes, very nice game sense, Mr. Mazur. Oh, Oh, he almost sniped this SCV. Oh, there will be overall 9 Mutalisks, so not that small of a number. If Ty2 can micro Muta like he can micro his drone, it will be the end of the
Try
game.
to use his STVs to fight with Mutas.
Yeah, they can eat the boomerang shots. That's why if you are fighting ZVZ versus ZVZ, you want to have your overloads with you, just to eat.
Or Zerglings.
Oh, Zerglings, yeah. So but these are very small things. Oh, look how many hit discs.
Now eggs going to lurkers.
Yeah, 7. 7 is a lot, and there are no bunkers.
And this is really close, and we have a pause. And this is a really close path, like we said at the beginning. This is a really close distance between both players. So when if Ty2...
Oh, that was not a very good manner. Oh, that was a mistake. I thought this was a sneaky move, just to win the game.
Sneaky terror. Yeah, but like I said, when you move in front of Terror's base with these lurkers, 6, 7, 8 lurkers, this will be really difficult. And we need to remember that Ty2 didn't even lose a single or maybe one Muta.
Yeah, he didn't lose any Muta. Yeah, I think you are right. He was just taking damage by this Mutas. And now 7 lurkers. There is no bunker. There will be only 1 bunker on time. And will TerrOr have units there? Oh my goodness, there is no tank even. Absolute distraction over here. The scan is going down.
Beautiful move by Ty2.
Yeah, and he's doing it on pretty healthy economy. This is not all in build. He can go for a longer game after that. He's already have his drone ready to make third expansion.
Really nice, really nice.
Oh my goodness. Oh, he even sniped the tank with the Mutas. Gosu Ty2. Yeah, and I think this is the end of the game. I don't see how TerrOr could go back. And this is incredible, how well TerrOr... It looks so easy from Ty2 perspective, right?
But look what he done, and we have GG. Look what Ty2 done before the attack of the lurkers. He baited those Bioforce to be in the main. He baited them with his initial Mutas. So anticipate that Ty2 might have those lurkers so fast. And that was the crucial move, I think. Because if the Bioforce would be in front of the expansion, this could go totally different.
Yeah, you're right. If you would go for 11 Mutas instead of sneaking some lurker aspect between that, it would be totally different timing. So this was again very smart play by Mr. Ty2.